Sebastian. I just wanted to give a quick little video update about being 6 weeks on testosterone. Yesterday was my 6 weeks mark, and I gave myself my fourth shot. Um, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this transition, what this means to me, and how I'm perceiving everything that I'm going through and as I'm going through it. Um, it's been giving me curveballs in ways that I hadn't anticipated, good and bad. Well, good and new. Um, I'm overall really happy and really proud of myself for every day doing the things I do and living through the things I live through. And just overall, just making this decision. Um, um, Never really felt this kind of happiness before with myself, so that's really cool. Um, I never thought I would do this. I never thought I could do this, and here I am. And just I feel like I'm in control, and that's something that I really came to realize lately is the best feeling is being in control of your life and being in control of your happiness, and so that's cool. Um, so I feel like some days are really hard because I feel like I'm pretty exposed. It's like hey, look at me. This is me. This is the true me. Look at it. Um, I make a lot of movie and show references in my life, so if you got that one, cool. Um, I just was, writing some things down and thinking like how many people out there really show their true selves? How many people just expose themselves for who they really are to the world every single day? And probably more than I think, probably less than I think, you never know. But regardless, it's just this concept that I think about is like you're doing this for you, and this is all right now. This Some things suck right now, but you'll get through it, and you'll be there for someone else. Show the world that we're just people, just living our lives, just trying to live every single day to the best that we can live. um just it feels really good to not hide behind this identity that I thought the world wanted me to see, or wanted to see me as, and um pretty excited and stoked about who I'm becoming. I think I'm pretty cool. Um, Feels really good. Sometimes I'm really uncomfortable and terrified, not with the decision, but the steps I take to continue on with this, and the things that I encounter that I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that was going to be a thing, or not really know how to deal with it. There's no handbook, there's no manual that they give you, you know. So it's all individual dealing with stuff. Some things that I've noticed are elements of my transition that I focus on, are my social roles. Like, how do I fit in to, like, let's say I go and hang out with some guys. Like, there's different social gender norms and social roles with guys and girls, and like being who I am and how do I fit in with, I've grown up mostly hanging out with uh, girls my whole life, and the lesbian community, and I still hang out with my lesbian friends and my cisgendered friends, female friends. Uh, but it's much different now because I can't really connect with them on a certain level because I'm not a lesbian anymore and I'm not a female, and so they either include me in that category in their minds or they don't, in the sense of if they're talking as a whole, they're like, oh, all of us lesbians, and they just don't see it. But also, I want to still have that community sense, like I'm hanging out a lot more with some trans friends, and that's great, and it feels amazing, and I really happy that I'm finding a sense of community. But at the same time, I don't want people to think that I'm any different than who I was before, other than my life, what I'm going through. my path is a little bit different, but I'm still the same person. And you know, um, my family, like they're transitioning too. They're transitioning to get to know who or how this is going to be for me and how they're going to react to it. How are they going to talk about me to their friends and close ones, and um, what they go through, what they think of, and their concerns for me, and those things are on my mind. Because it's like it's not a wide common topic. I mean, there are a few blips on the radar now, but it's still not everyone's okay with it, and it's something that we all have to figure out how that works for us in our lives. And going to the bathroom still sucks, and it's gonna suck. It's probably gonna be one of the hardest things, and all I have to do is pee, comfortably. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you in the bathroom. We don't have to talk. Like, I just want to go to the bathroom and wash my hands and call it a day. But it's such a thing with how everyone else perceives it. It's how it's I'm concerned because of their discomfort. Like, I'm comfortable, I'm totally fine. I just want to go to the bathroom. You're uncomfortable because there's a different looking human being in the same restroom as you. God forbid how they're using the restroom. Like, oh my God. Um, Professional wise, I want to be taken seriously. I want to be respected and seen for my hard work and my work ethic and my passion for what I'm doing, other than what I look like or how I'm living my life, because that has nothing to do with my work ethic. Um, so sometimes I think about that in the future and stuff, and how that's gonna um, happen in my life. Fortunately, right now I work for a company that's very supportive and you know on board with everything, and I'm taken seriously. But what if certain people don't take me seriously? What if I'm run into some problems with that? Um, will I not get the same opportunity as someone else because I'm trans? Um, Stuff like that. Medical stuff is another really difficult thing because, of course, it's my body. Um, will I get the proper treatment? Um, you know, Based off of if someone's going to discriminate against me or not. I mean, I don't know what the laws are here, if they're like allowed to do a certain extent of like not giving me the proper treatment based on their own personal bias, or or not have the education or resources enough to help me if in certain situations. Um, my name change is a really big pain. Um, you know, Here, this is who I am, blah blah blah. Oh, you need to see my ID. Ah, you know, um, it just it's like all these little things every single day. I just want to go about my day and not have to think about it. Um, my body image, that's always tricky and fun. You know, I've never felt comfortable with my body, and I always thought that that was just a normal human thing, and I'm pretty sure it is, especially in our society. But uh, as I'm transitioning, it's becoming really hard to deal with and live with this shell that I'm in, um, and how it presents to the world and how they see me based on what they're used to knowing and taking me seriously. I say I'm one thing, but my body to most people says another, and that discounts a lot of things for them. So that's something that I daily have to talk to myself about and say, it's only right now, it's only right now. One day it'll change. Um, yeah. And I was thinking about it the other day of how many how many guys out there. This is just a joke. Like how many guys out there can just be like, yeah, I'm comfortable in my masculinity and myself as a dude, and I have female body parts, and I'm still a guy. You know, just being silly. Um, yeah. Overall, and then there's so much other things that I don't know. There's so many other aspects of this transition that I'm gonna encounter, run into, deal with, that I'm not prepared for, and I will deal with them as they come. But um, those are just a few examples of some of the things that I deal with that we all deal with um, in the trans community and in other communities, not being seen for who we really are and taken seriously as people or human beings. I don't understand why this is such a big deal, but it is. So we have to, be seen. We have to be heard. We have to be a voice for each other. Stand strong, stand proud, because we're all in this together. Um, it's all for the better. It's all for our society to grow, our culture to adapt and understand new perspectives and different people. And to me, United States is about, we're a melting pot of culture and everything. And some of us take other people's culture as our own. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm just saying, like, if we're all about, blending and welcoming, why don't we just do that already? It's like, cool, you're different, so am I. Cool, you're different, so are you. Like, who cares? I don't know. I just had to get that out. It's been on my mind a lot. Thanks for watching. I know this is a really long video, but hats off to you if you did, and thank you very much. It's very helpful for me to get this out and for the message to get across. You guys have a good day.